Hola, vamos a hablar hoy de ser y estar. Now, these two verbs can get confused because they both have the exact same meaning in English, which is to be, okay? To be. However, we use them in different circumstances. But before we get into that, let's first look at what these verbs look like in their different forms, okay? So we're going to have our subject yo, our subject tu, our subject usted, which also goes with él and with ella, right? Let's line across here. And we have nosotros. And then we have ustedes and ellos and ellas, right? At the bottom. So ser first is going to be soy. Okay, now we've heard this before, soy, right? Like soy sauce, I am sauce. I know, so funny and so overused. So soy, which would be I am or I'm. Tu is eres. This one can get confusing because it doesn't look anything like ser, right? But it is correct. Eres, tu eres, you are, tu eres. Usted, él o ella, es. This is the one we see the most, right? Es is. Nosotros somos. And ustedes, ellos, ellas son. Okay? So, soy, let's put these here in English because they're going to be the same. Soy, which would be I'm, I am. Eres, which would be you are or your, right? Usted, so once again, that would be your. Usted es. O, él, o ella would be is, right? He is, she is. Nosotros somos would be we are, somos. And ustedes, ellos, and ellas would be you are, once again, right? Because you plural, you are, or they are. Okay? Now remember, S, I say L and A. These can also be like for objects too, right? Por ejemplo, la mesa es grande. The table is big. La mesa es grande. Okay? So then we come over here and we come to estar, and we're going to have the conjugations of estar, right? So I'm, estoy, can also mean I'm, estoy. Tú estás. Usted, él o ella está. Nosotros estamos. And ellos o ustedes están. Okay, now please note that these, let me get the right highlight color here. Estás, está, and están, they have this accent mark on them. And I'll do a video later about accent marks and how to know where to put them. If you don't have it there, it's not the end of the world. It just changes emphasis. That's why it's there, to give it emphasis, right? So estás, not estas, estás. Okay, so note that. So we have soy or estoy, eres, estás, es, está, somos, estamos, and son or están. It depends on the situation, right? So Hamlet got it wrong. The real question isn't to be or not to be, it's to be or to be. Which one? Drama, humor, it's fantastic. So now that we have our conjugations, let's explore when we are going to use these, okay? Let's write all this down here. So there is a general rule of thumb, all right? And since we're just talking about the basics in this one, we're going to stick with our general rule of thumb. Okay, so the general rule of thumb is how you feel and where you are. I keep wanting to spell you weird today. And where you are. So how you feel and where you are is when you use the verb estar. Okay, so how you feel and where you are is when you use the verb estar. So we're going to use estar if we're talking about feelings, how you feel. And we're also going to use it for locations where something is located. Okay, so they both mean to be, right? But estar is going to be feeling or to be located. Okay, like I said, we're sticking to the basics today. There are other uses, there are other nuances to these, but this is generally what it means: to be feeling or to be located. Whereas ser is going to be everything else, right? We're going to use ser for to be from, right? I can use it with de to say I am from, because I'm not located, right? I would be from there. I can use it, like I said, with de. We have to use de for to be from something, right? Or to belong to, right? La computadora es de la escuela, right? The computer is from the school, okay? Or we can use it to be made of, right? Por ejemplo, esta blusa es de algodón. This blouse is made of cotton, okay? We also use it with descriptions, right? We're going to use it with descriptions as long as they are not feelings, right? With descriptions. She is pretty. He is tall. We are romantic. Somos románticos, obviamente. Son ricos. They are rich. Any kind of description. With a job, right? Soy maestra. I am a teacher. Soy maestra. It's a description of me and what I do. I'm also going to use it to tell the time, right? To say it's 1 o'clock, es la una, son las 5, son las 12. I can also use it to tell the date. Hoy es viernes, el 15 de noviembre. I can also use it to, I'm also going to use it, and this is a little bit of the nuance with location. If I'm talking about an event, okay? So, for example, I could say la clase es en la universidad, right? Because the class is at the university. Because I'm not necessarily talking about its location. I'm more so talking about the event, which I know can be confusing. If I said la clase está en la universidad, you'd be okay as well. All right, so the little nuances, don't focus on those right now, because ser and estar takes a long time to acquire. So I don't want you to feel like you don't get it. So just kind of stick to this, how you feel and where you are. So if I'm talking about how something is feeling or where something is located, I'm going to use estar. And if I'm talking about anything else, I'm going to use ser. See? That's kind of the basics of it. All right? So let's take a look at these two. All right? Let's take a look at... Oh, not wanting to erase. Let's take a look and see what they would look like. Okay? So here are some differences between the two. Okay? So, for example, if I were to say, soy de Minnesota. Okay, I am from Minnesota. However, sin embargo, estoy en Colorado. Estoy en Colorado. I am from Minnesota, but I am in Colorado. Soy de Minnesota, sin embargo, estoy en Colorado. Okay, another difference between these would be soy feliz or estoy feliz. Okay, so what's the difference here, right? Soy feliz would be I'm a happy person. estoy feliz would be I'm happy right now. Okay? Otro ejemplo sería es aburrido and está aburrido. Okay, so we have to kind of think about these a little bit. So es aburrido versus está aburrido. So what's the difference? Well, remember, está is feeling or location. Aburrido means bored. So if I look at this, está aburrido, this person is feeling bored. Okay? However, when I look at es aburrido, es isn't a feeling, right? We use es with a characteristic. Okay? So this person isn't feeling bored. This person is boring. Okay? Because bored isn't a characteristic. Bored is the feeling. However, here, if it's a characteristic, it would be boring because I'm using it with es. Okay? Whereas here, I'm using it with está, so I'm talking about a feeling. So this would be bored. All right? So once again, this would be the feeling. Ooh. And then with es, it would be a characteristic or a character trait. Right? So if you were to say, es divertida, right? She is fun. No, nunca estoy aburrida porque ella es divertida, right? So a character trait we're going to use with es. A feeling we're going to use with está, right? Está is a feeling, and then es is a character trait, okay? Take a look at the practices. That might help you learn how to talk about the differences between these. There are others that change, like aburrido. Por ejemplo, listo is another one that looks like these. I'll just go ahead and give it. Listo. So listo means ready, right? So if I were to say está lista, I'm saying she is ready. Okay. However, right, ready being a feeling. She feels ready. Okay. However, if I say es lista, I'm saying she is clever. Right? Think about like quick. She's quick-witted. She's always ready with an answer. All right? Or if I were to say, for example, estamos nerviosos. Oh, it's going to fit. Nerviosos. We are nervous. We're feeling nervous. Okay? If I say somos nerviosos, this is just like the aburrido, right? Would then be a character trait. We are nervous people, just the way that we are. I'm a nervous person, all right? Whereas this one with estamos is a feeling. They're feeling nervous, all right? So ser, character traits. Estar, feeling, okay? And if all else fails, just remember the rule of thumb. How you feel and where you are is when you use the verb estar. And then everything else would be ser.